Hello everyone, a really warm welcome to Hobart College. My name's Tracy Seidler and I'm the principal of the college. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the Muwinina people as the traditional custodians of the land on which we work and learn, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, for they hold the memories, traditions, culture and hope of First Nations people in Tasmania. It's an exciting time moving from high school to college, but we also realise that you're faced with a lot more subject choices, and all that information can be overwhelming. Some of you will know exactly what you want to study for your pathway after college, and others will be unsure. Some of you may be feeling a bit anxious about what college will be like next year, and others will be excited and can't wait to be here. And all of those feelings are completely normal. This video is another part in the process of gathering information before you enrol. There are so many flexible options available to you, and there are lots of people available to help you choose a course. Some students will have a shared enrolment between Hobart College and one of our associated extension schools, Huonville High, Kingston High, Woodbridge and Dover District High. And others may be doing an Australian school-based apprenticeship as part of your course. If you're unsure about what to do, my advice is to aim as high as you can, keep your options open and do what you enjoy. You're likely to change your pathway many times after college, but the important thing is to keep getting meaningful qualifications along the way. And if you're feeling new and don't know many people, remember that on the first day you're all new to the college, and once you get into your first class you'll quickly make new friends. Our mission statement at Hobart College is a tradition of excellence for all in our diverse community of learning, and this reflects our values of aspiration, courage, growth and respect. This is my 11th year as principal at Hobart College, and when anyone asks me where I work, I always feel really proud to say Hobart College because it is such an amazing school. And by that I don't just mean academically, although we are known for our outstanding record of academic excellence and vocational outcomes, but mainly because of our inclusive culture. Hobart College is a very fun, safe, friendly and respectful place to learn. When you enrol here, you'll also feel proud to say that you are a student at Hobart College, and you'll be proud of that connection for life. You will be students in the 108th year of a school that began as Hobart High in Letitia Street, North Hobart, moved to Mount Nelson in 1984, and is now known as Hobart College. The school's changed a lot since those early days when there were 6 teachers and 155 students. If you like history, make sure you have a look in our heritage room in the foyer of A Block for some really interesting memorabilia and photos from the past. Now we have around 100 teachers, 45 support staff and just over 1,150 students. It's a really diverse and multicultural campus, which is really important in preparing students to live and work in a global environment. When you enrol here, you're joining a learning community where all our staff are dedicated to ensuring that every student feels accepted, that they belong here, and that they have a positive learning experience. We encourage all students to achieve their best while also considering their individual abilities. We believe in educating the whole person, and you'll hear a bit more about our home group and cross-curriculum activities a bit later on. We have a really high standard of learning, and that shows in the quality of our VET programs and in our academic results. One of the ways that you measure academic success in a college is by the Tasmanian Certificate of Education, the TCE, completion rate, and the Australian Tertiary Admission Ranking. That's the score you need to go on to university. Last year, 87% of our students achieved their TCE. We had 13 students in the list of top TCE achievers in the state, which was the highest number of all schools. And James Kim, our Ducks, achieved the highest possible ATAR of 99.95. 47 students achieved an ATAR above 95. The average ATAR gained was 79, and 80 students achieved a perfect score in their pre-tertiary subject. 29 students gained a high distinction in their University of Tasmanian subject studied as part of their Year 11 and 12 program. They are amazing results for the roughly half of all students who go on to university. We encourage students who are not on a university pathway to complete a vocational certificate by the end of Year 12, as well as their TCE. And our VET programs are outstanding. We know that because our programs and our staff win lots of awards to tell us that. Each year, the Office of the Tasmanian Assessment and Standards Certification, or TASC for short, has a special awards function at Government House to recognise outstanding academic achievement and outstanding achievement in a vocational and education training program. 10 of the 59 awards presented statewide were awarded to Hobart College students. The message from all this data is that you don't have to pay expensive private school fees to achieve good results. Public education gives you as many opportunities as private schools. It's just up to you to take advantage of those opportunities. And we're here to help you achieve the best possible outcomes that you're capable of in your last 2 years of school. Hobart College students are also able to apply for scholarships that are only available to our students. The Old Hobartians Association fund 2 lucrative scholarships for Year 12 students to attend the University of Tasmania. The scholarships cover HECS fees and a generous living allowance of $3,500. We also have a very generous old scholar and past Huonville High student, Roger Tall, who funds 4 scholarships of $500 each to Year 11 students going on to Year 12 and funds a scholarship for a Year 12 student enrolling at UTAS with a preference for someone living in the Huon area. So there are amazing opportunities to think about. My next message is that it's really important to finish Year 12 and gain a meaningful qualification that will set you up for future success. Our goal for every student is to finish Year 12 with a Tasmanian Certificate of Education as a minimum, and then either an ATAR for university entrance or a vocational certificate for further training and employment. And some students achieve all 3. We want our young people to be as skilled as possible, and all the research shows that students who complete Year 12 with meaningful qualifications will earn significantly more income over their lifetime, have better health outcomes and a better quality of life. We all know that the better educated you are, the better life choices you have. And you'll see that there are many flexible ways to structure your course to suit your interests and abilities. College is different to high school. Students call their teachers by their first name, they have a lot more choice about their courses, and they learn to manage their time with a study line as part of their timetable. As part of the transition from high school to college, we encourage students to take on more responsibility for their learning, but parents and carers will still have an important role in helping them to do that. Most parents and carers consent to their student to having some flexibility with a study line to arrive later and finish earlier 1 day a week, so that the students learn to manage appointments, part-time work, sporting commitments and driving lessons, etc. We'll provide you with more information on how you can give that consent at the start of next year. We see college as a partnership for teachers, students and the people who care for them at home. You're crucial in supporting your young person through their transition to Year 11 and in continuing that support throughout Year 12. There are many ways parents and carers can be involved at college. We have an informal Meet the Teacher evening in Term 1, as well as formal parent-teacher interviews in Terms 2 and 3. We have a Hobart College Facebook page and a School Star app, which you can download free on your smartphones, that contain a lot of information like the daily news sheet, newsletters, and even the bus timetables. We also have a very active college association that meets virtually and in person about 6 times a year. And if you're interested in being part of that, please let me know. You're always welcome to contact us at any time for a tour. I'd now like to introduce Kim White, who's head of our student services, and she's going to talk to you about some of the services that are available on campus.
Hi, Hi, I'm Kim and I look after student services here at Hobart College. We have 12 staff here with differing expertise to help make your 2 years here a smooth and enjoyable one. If you find yourself struggling or worried about any aspect of life, we're here to work with you and to find solutions to get you back on track. We can help you with timetabling issues, course changes and TCE questions. If you're unwell or away for a long period of time, we can work with you and with your teachers to help formulate a plan to get you back on track. We can also help you to access information about future pathways and careers. If we can't find the answer, we'll find someone who can. So let's introduce you to the other members of the support and wellbeing staff.
Hi, my name's Lyndall. I'm the school health nurse here at Hobart College. My role is around health promotion. So if you have any questions in regards to your mental health, physical health, health and wellbeing, smoking, alcohol and drugs, sexual health, just pop in and see me. I'm up in the support services area.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm the school social worker. One of my biggest roles is to support students with mental health support, relationship support, housing and homelessness issues, and Centrelink support, and anything really that's bothering you. So feel free to come up and say hello. I'm here 3 days a week, so see you soon.
Yeah, I'm Georgia Stone, your Aboriginal education worker here at Hobart College. I'm here to provide cultural safety and support for the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students and cultural education help for the school community. Come and find me.
Hi, we're the school psychologists at Hobart College. My name's Jenny Bailey.
And I'm Danica Klassen. Here at Hobart College, we deal with a whole range of things. Probably the main focus is mental health difficulties, which could include symptoms of anxiety and depression,
Relationships,
family
friendships.
difficulties, things with families, even referrals to other agencies should they be required. Then of course we also make contact with teachers if required, and in that way support with learning or any other help that might be needed.
One of the other things that we do is assessment and looking at specific learning difficulties such as dyslexia or ADHD, just a number of learning problems that might impact your ability to study well. One of the things that we do is assessments for reasonable adjustments for exams. So for some students, if you have a learning difficulty, you might be allowed extra time in exams, or you might be allowed to have your spelling or your handwriting overlooked. So we can do assessments of that and see if we can assist you in that. So that's a basic summary of some of the things that we do, but we do a whole range of things, and we're really happy to see lots of students every year, so we're looking forward to seeing you when you get here.
Absolutely, and come in, pop in and say hello, and if you need to find out more, you're very welcome to come in and meet us and have a chat.
This is Kate. Kate's our careers advisor. Kate can give you information about universities, work opportunities, careers and even gap years. Kate also coordinates the Australian School-Based Apprenticeship Program, work placements and our own Careers Expo. What a great team. But I have to say, there's one other critical support network that holds our whole college together, and that's our home group program. Here you can see the home group session located in the blue shaded box. It happens right in the middle of the week for an hour and a half and is a vital component of our learning community. Every student is assigned a home group teacher, and this person will be someone who teaches you for one of your subjects and will be the first port of call for any issues that you may have. Depending on your issue, it's possible that your teacher might refer you to student services if it's needed. Obviously, attendance at home group is compulsory as we run many of our cross-cultural activities through this program. Some of these include our food fair, health-focused sessions, enrichment options, term assemblies and whole school events like the College Lab, which is happening at the end of this term. We also have our college quiz. The home group session is also a place for following up on attendance, course advising and ongoing weekly support for student wellbeing. We strongly encourage parents to be a key part of the home group program by getting to know the home group teacher right from the very beginning. We welcome you sharing any relevant information which will better help us understand your young person and their individual needs. Hobart College is a large campus, but you'll very quickly find that it's a safe and friendly place to be. There are so many opportunities offered to you, other than classes and essays, homework and all the stairs, And I'd really encourage you to take up as many of those opportunities as possible so that you can make some new friends and expand your horizons. So that just about covers our student services area. Just know that whatever issues you're facing, we're always here to help. Students will access our services for a wide variety of reasons at different stages of experiencing difficulties. Some students are not even sure why they're coming. They just have a sense that they need to explore something. I'll now hand over to Felix Goward, our Assistant Principal, who's going to chat with some of our students about college life and the courses that they've chosen.
Thanks for coming along today. I know you're all champing at the bit to go to the home group quiz today, so thanks for giving that up. And I'll just ask each of you some questions about your experiences here at Hobart College. Sarah, you're from Kingston High School?
Yes.
And could you tell us about your journey as far as your subjects go last year and this year?
So in grade 11, I studied English literature, Japanese, music 3 and general maths 3. And then this year from there I've gone to study English writing following on from English literature, and then UTAS music following on from music 3. And then I'm also doing music 2, which sounds a little bit like I went backwards, but it's so that I have 2 lines to be working on UTAS music because I knew that it would probably be a larger load. And then the 4th class that I'm taking this year is psychology, which kind of came out of the blue, but I'm absolutely loving it.
Tell me, how does the connection with UTAS go with the music?
Yeah, great. So UTAS music is like a leading course to the conservatorium here. So it's basically giving you a feel of what it's going to be like if you are wanting to study music at the conservatorium. And yeah, it's just full of so many wonderful opportunities and things that you can then learn to bring into university.
And do the university lecturers come up here to college?
Yeah, so they're great. They're so much fun, and they come up here and they basically are the ones who grade us on all of our external exams, but then they also give us a fair bit of feedback throughout the year as well, so that we can take their feedback and really work it into what we're doing, so that we're just still growing and improving through the year as well.
So Jasper, you went to Taruna High School?
Yep.
What subjects did you choose this year, and how did you come to choose them?
This year I am doing a Cert 2 in Information, Digital Media and Technology, which is computers, hardware, software, all that.
And that's a vet certificate, isn't it?
That's a vet course, yes. And I'm also doing Accounting 3 and Art Studio Practice 3.
Right.
Which I've been told people don't normally do level 3s with the vet course. I chose them to keep my options open.
Right.
Potentially go to university if I wanted to.
Yep.
And the vet course was, last year I did a lot of just kind of fun courses that I enjoyed, but they weren't really what I wanted to do as a career, so it was more of a pathway, so I can actually...
Okay. So you did a general course in year 11?
I did I did like general mathematics and English writing to get all my TCE ticks.
Right.
But I don't really want to do any of that stuff.
Yep.
So I thought this year would be better to do something I'm both passionate about and would actually get me a job.
Okay. Taryn, you went to Huonville High School, didn't you?
That's it.
You still playing for the Huonville Lions?
Yes, this year. Been pretty up and down this year, obviously with COVID and everything.
Yeah, that's been frustrating.
Hopefully we'll be able to start July 25th, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know you're a sporty guy because I taught you last year in sport and recreation, and yeah, good all-rounder.
Yeah.
What about some of the other subjects you did last year?
Yeah, well with sport and rec last year I did English 2, Math Methods 4 and Physical Science 3.
Right.
And that's continued this year with Math Specialised, Physics 4, French 2, which is a bit out there, a bit different.
Why did you do French 2 when you did mainly math science?
With all the math and science stuff I'm doing, it all gets a bit like numbers and all that, and learning a different language is going to be good to help your brain function and expand and be able to improve your other areas of thinking.
And why French in particular?
Yeah, French. My mum's from Canada, and French is a second language over there.
Yep.
So when I travel, when I get to, obviously it's not very good now, but when I get to, it'll be handy to know a different language and be able to
Right.
speakers.
And so it was sport and rec, a bit of a break from your academic subjects last year as well?
Yeah, it's good with all the numbers. It's been able to relax a bit and just have a little bit of time off.
Yeah, smart.
From all the thinking, but yeah.
Good.
It's good.
And Sarah, I know you've been really heavily involved with a lot of other activities at college over the last 2 years. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Sure. So I was in the musical last year, which was Singing in the Rain, and I was in the band for that, and that was a lot of fun. It was time-consuming, heaps of work, not as much sleep, but so worth it. It was one of the best things out of all of college. So then I was really excited to be involved in it again this year with Sweet Charity, but that didn't go ahead, very sadly. But yeah, no, that was still brilliant. Both of those were a lot of fun. Even though Sweet Charity we didn't get all the way, we still got some part of the way, and that was still really great as well. And yeah, so then also there's a few bands that I'm really enjoying. So I'm in the house band home group that goes through the home group line, and that is a lot of fun as well with the kind of jazz, more contemporary stuff that we do. And then we have a smaller jazz band after school, and then last year we recently started a combined concert band with Hobart College and Kingston High School.
What do you play?
Yeah, so in that I would usually play the mallet percussion, so that's kind of like glockenspiel, xylophone, marimba kind of stuff, and that's, heaps of fun.
And did you start another group up this year?
Oh yeah, so at lunchtime, a couple of my friends and I started up a Bible study prayer group that happens twice a week at lunch. And we come together, there's usually 15 to 20 people, and we just spend heaps of time just catching up on how we're all going, then reading a passage together and talking it through, seeing how it can apply to our everyday lives, and then praying about it together.
Right, so you must be pretty organised.
I try to be. I try my best. My mum would probably have a few things to say about that, but I try.
So Jasper, anything else that you've got involved with in the college over the 2 years? You were talking before about the help desk?
Yes, as a part of my vet course, we run a student help desk that runs around the school and basically helps with IT, which we just run from our class, or during the quiz which you mentioned that's going on, we're here to help if anything goes wrong with that.
Right. And what have you specialised in art? What area?
I'm doing a lot of digital art, digital painting, so using a tablet in Photoshop to just basically draw on the computer, which has a lot of different kind of advantages and disadvantages.
Is that an interest of yours, digital art?
Yeah, I do it both. I did it before I started, came to college, and they offered classes for it, so I thought, I'm passionate about it, let's do it.
So you're double dipping?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's smart. So Taryn, because you're doing level 3 and 4 subjects in the main, which are the highest level, that wouldn't leave you too much time for much else, but did you link into the tutorial system?
Yes, tutorials have been very helpful, especially this year with all the extra work and being online for 4 weeks. It's been very helpful to be able to go to tutorials after school, 2:25 to 4 o'clock, and get extra clarification on anything that you don't understand during the classes or whatever.
And that still gives you time to catch the bus home to Huonville?
Yep, there's plenty of buses offered, so you always have a ride home.
Yep, brilliant. Yep. And being so musically inclined, I guess that's the direction you want to take?
Yeah. So after college, I'm wanting to study at the conservatorium. So I've enrolled there hopefully for contemporary jazz piano. And then after that, I'm wanting to study education and then go into primary school music teaching.
I might talk you out of that later.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jasper, you've got the practical side of computing you're learning about, but you've also got the digital art as well.
Yeah, so it's
a great combination.
Yeah, I like computers, so I'm sticking there.
Fantastic. You mentioned before that you're probably going to university?
Yes, I was planning to just continue, either go straight from my vet course, hopefully getting work placements and connections there, but due to the COVID problems this year, I've kind of settled on more just further study. I was recommended to go for the Bachelor in Information Systems at UTAS.
Great. Plentiful jobs in that area.
Yeah.
So where's this all leading, Taryn? What are you going to do next year?
Well, hopefully next year, if everything goes to plan, I'll be able to go study engineering in Melbourne. At the moment, it's not the place to be, but hopefully, Monash University, or Melbourne University, RMIT.
Are you trying to specialise in anything in particular?
Yes, aerospace engineering, hopefully.
Okay.
Down here at UTAS they don't offer that, so that's why hopefully I'll be able to get in somewhere over there.
Yep.
And
And because you did English at level 3, you'll be able to go
English,
to a mainland university.
There's a lot of prerequisites for engineering. That's why I have to do all these subjects now.
Yeah, sure.
And,
Great.
should be good.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
No worries.
And thank you, Sarah and Jasper, for coming along today, giving up your time. Much appreciated, and I'm sure you've all got very bright futures ahead of you.
Thanks for that, Felix. It's always great to hear from our current students about their perspectives on college life. My name's Nisha Marie, and I'm going to talk about Hobart College's transition program and the enrolment processes for 2021. Before any student is enrolled at Hobart College, they receive individual course counselling. Given no two people are alike, it's important that we design a course which sets students up for further training or entry into university or into the workforce with the right qualifications. We also make sure that students are making subject choices that will help them gain their TCE, and that stands for the Tasmanian Certificate of Education, and Tracy mentioned that earlier. For some of you who haven't had children go through years 11 and 12 before, the TCE is a totally new concept. And it does take some time to get your head around it. The best way of explaining it is by watching this short video.
The Tasmanian Certificate of Education, known as the TCE. What is the TCE? The Tasmanian Certificate of Education is the qualification most of you will be working towards during years 11 and 12. Achieving a TCE can be really important in terms of your future study options and employability. How do you achieve the TCE? You can gain a TCE through a wide range of learning options. You can design them to suit your interests, combined with your further education, training, and employment goals. Each course you undertake in years 11 and 12 earns you TCE credit points. They can be level 1 through to level 4, with each level increasing in difficulty. To gain a TCE, you need to meet 5 standards. These standards are participation and achievement, completion of everyday adult standards in reading, writing and communication, mathematics and use of computers and the internet, and plan for your future education and training. To achieve the participation and achievement standard, you are required to complete a full program of learning and achieve at least 120 TCE credit points in total. 80 of these need to be at level 2 or above. You achieve the everyday adult standards by doing courses which have the standards included in them. You need to get a satisfactory achievement or higher to meet the standard. How do you find out more information? To find out more about the courses you can study, have a look at the student guide for years 11 and 12 and talk with your school. It's a good idea to record your ideas about the courses you want to study. You can do this in your transition plan during year 10. Once you have an idea of what courses you want to study, use the TCE course planner to make sure you are meeting the TCE requirements. And remember, working out the TCE requirements doesn't have to be just up to you. There are plenty of people to help you find your way.
So now that you've heard an overview of the TCE, you may want to see some of the key aspects summarised. And there's a really useful poster available for you to download. A full-time enrolment at Hobart College means that students choose 4 subjects in Year 11 and 4 subjects in Year 12, and we encourage them to plan a 2-year course. Some students might take an additional optional subject each year, depending on their interests. While we don't lock in the Year 12 subjects, planning what you'll study in each year really helps you think about your pathway, and it makes sure that you're fulfilling any further study or training opportunities or the prerequisites that are required for university entrance. Some of you watching this might already know that you're on a clear university pathway. If this is you, it's important that you know about the ATAR, and this stands for the Australian Tertiary Admission Rank. The best way of finding out about the ATAR is by watching this short video.
The Australian Tertiary Admission Rank, known as the ATAR. What is an ATAR? Understanding the Australian Tertiary Admission Rank is important if you want to go to university. It is the most common way to enter university, but not the only way. Universities use the ATAR as a measure to help decide who should receive an offer of a place in a particular course. An ATAR compares your overall academic achievement against the overall academic achievement of your peers in that year. This number, between 0 and 99.95, is your rank among your year group in Tasmania. In other words, if you receive an ATAR score of 80, that means you are in the top 20% of your peers in that academic year. How do you get an ATAR? You achieve an ATAR by studying courses in years 11 and 12. Courses which contribute to an ATAR include TASC-accredited Level 3 or 4 courses and selected courses from the University of Tasmania's High Achiever Program, HAP, and University Connections Program, UCP. You must study at least 4 eligible subjects and 3 of these must be studied in your final year. Your result in each eligible course will determine a scaled score. The sum of your best 5 scaled scores is known as your tertiary entrance score, or TE score. Your TE score is then used along with the TE scores of your peers to determine your ATAR. Also, to be eligible for an ATAR, you need to meet the standards of the Tasmanian Certificate of Education, known as the TCE. What else do you need to know if you're interested in a pathway to a university? Some courses are prerequisites to certain university degrees. You should keep this in mind while planning your courses. It is a good idea to study at least 5 eligible courses over 2 years, with 3 in your final year of schooling. In summary, to get an ATAR in Tasmania, you need to get your TCE, have achieved a satisfactory achievement or better in at least 4 eligible courses. 3 or more of these need to be from your final year of study. Where do you find out more information? Browse through the student guide for years 11 and 12 and talk to your teachers, family, and years 11 and 12 providers and make use of the online help available. Make thoughtful choices now to help you succeed in years 11 and 12.
This video is available on our college website under the Future Students link, and I'd really encourage you to watch it as many times as you need in order to get a good understanding about what you should be working towards during years 11 and 12. Some students find it difficult to narrow down their options when they are used to doing a large number of subjects in high school. So it's really important that students and their parents and carers are finding out as much as possible about the different courses that are available. The best place to go for this information is in the Hobart College Course Information Booklet, and this is available on our college website. This booklet outlines all the courses that we are planning on offering in 2021. The courses are classified into learning areas, and each subject is outlined under the headings What will I learn? How will I learn and be assessed? And any other information that's important about that particular subject. It can be downloaded or printed at home, and you can have a careful look at the options so that you can make the best decision for you. The various Year 11 and 12 government education providers in Tasmania offer a slightly different mix of courses. So if you would like to know more about all of the subjects on offer around the state, then the student guide for years 11 and 12 is the place for you to look. This can be found online at the Department of Education's website, and there's also a link on our own college website. Hobart College usually enrolls about 600 students in Year 11 every year. Most come from high schools around Hobart, and they have either been in government schools or in independent or private schools. The way we enrol students is slightly different depending on the school that they are enrolled at. We break grade 10 students into 2 categories: those in associated schools and those in non-associated schools. And I'll deal with each one separately, as I know we have people watching who are from both categories of schools. So firstly, for those students in our associated high schools, course counselling is part of our transition program that we run with Dover District School, Huonville High, Kingston High, Taroona High and Woodbridge School. Students in government high schools work with their teachers on their transition plans, and this will continue throughout the year. We use these as a basis for our conversations with students during our course counselling process, and we go into all our associated high schools during term 3. We'll fill in a preliminary course enrolment, and students will take a copy home to have a chat with their parents and carers about further. Then in November, all grade 10 students in our associated schools will confirm their enrolment on one of our confirmation of enrolment days. Course counselling will also be available on those days, and students can talk with a course advisor further about their subject options, and any changes that need to be made can be done at that session. During each of the stages of the course counselling process, Students are encouraged to select a course around their desired pathway, and this could be a combination of task subjects and vocational education and training or certificate courses. For many students, a VET subject is the perfect way for them to gain skills to enter the workforce. And more information about VET is available in this handy video.
Vocational education and training, known as VET. What is VET? Vocational education and training involves practical, hands-on learning with an industry focus. You can study VET at school, in the workplace, at TAFE, or with another training provider. You can also continue on your learning journey by taking further VET qualifications once you complete Year 12. It can help you progress from school to employment, including to an apprenticeship or traineeship, or a pathway to a trade. Why study VET? By studying a VET program, you will get practical, hands-on experience in a work context. Studying VET lets you become familiar with how workplaces operate, helping you develop your employability and interpersonal skills. It provides you with opportunities to explore future career pathways. What does a VET qualification lead to? VET qualifications are recognised throughout Australia. They start at Certificate 1 and go through to an advanced diploma level. While at school, you can generally undertake Certificate 1 and 2 and some Certificate 3 qualifications. In Years 11 and 12, you can undertake VET either in a VET program at school, TAFE, or as a school-based or full-time apprentice with paid employment and on-the-job training. VET also contributes credit points towards your Tasmanian Certificate of Education, also known as the TCE. In some instances, VET qualifications may provide you with a pathway to university. To find out more about the possibilities for VET programs in Years 11 and 12, visit the Student Guide for Years 11 and 12, Anything Can Happen website, or talk with your school.
This video is available on our college website at the following link. Hobart College will be offering at least 15 VET courses in 2021. More information about them is included in our course information booklet and also in the videos on our website. And I really encourage you to do your own exploring of all the options that are available. For students attending a non-associated school and who are looking to enrol for next year, the process of enrolment is slightly different. All the information that you will need is outlined in our Student Information and Enrolment Guide for 2021. And this was launched on June 18 as part of our virtual Taste of College experience. If you haven't looked at this yet, please check out the link on our college website. If you are a non-associated school student or parent carer watching this, then you have a couple of options for enrolling, and these dates are on the screen and are also outlined in the enrolment guide on pages 8 and 9. Firstly, there will be an enrolment session on Thursday the 3rd of September from 4 till 7. This is at Hobart College, and you can come at any time between 4 and 7 p.m. to talk with staff about courses and fill in course forms and the enrolment paperwork. We will have another enrolment session for non-associated school students on Wednesday the 11th of November. This is for any new enrolments and an opportunity for previously enrolled students to speak with a course advisor and adjust their choices if they need to. However, if students are happy with the choices that they made in September, there's no reason to attend and we can confirm your enrolment via email. The two options I've just spoken about in September and November are the best dates for all non-associated students and their parents and carers to speak to course advisors, as there will be representatives from all our learning areas in the one place. However, if you're not able to come to one of those days, we can always arrange an appointment for you to come to the college and meet with one of our course advisors. Please call our college office to make an appointment. As many of you would know, the Education Act outlines the way enrolments are processed, and all parents and carers of students who currently attend a non-associated school must provide proof of identity and evidence of residence with the student's application of enrolment. This is outlined on page 9 of the Student Enrolment and Information Guide, along with lots of other important college information. So please give it a careful read before coming along to one of our enrolment sessions. This will make sure that you bring all the required documentation along with you. In December, an information pack will be emailed to students who have enrolled for 2021, and it will list the subjects that the student has chosen It will include a book list for the books that are required for each subject, and it will also outline what students should do on the first day in February. There has been lots of information presented in this session, and this might take some time to digest. We appreciate that it's a steep learning curve for many parents and carers and students who are new to the college system, and so we encourage you to do your own homework about some of the things that were presented and to use the resources that are available. The best place to start your learning journey is our college website. There are also a number of links on the Department of Education's website and some excellent resources on the Anything Can Happen website, and you can see those now on the screen. I hope you found this a really useful part of finding out about our great college and the processes for an enrolment in 2021. I look forward to seeing you all really soon.
Well, that's been a snapshot of college life and an overview of the enrolment process. Before I finish, I'd now like to introduce our assistant principals who are always available to answer any general questions. And they are Felix Goward, Wendy Irvine, Dawn Cripps and Rod Collins. The next stage is to find out about the specific pathways in each learning area. So enjoy watching the videos and reading about the individual subjects. I really look forward to meeting you in person soon.